Hi, everyone. So, welcome back to another Magic Monday. All right. So, I was at a really great event this past Friday, and I want to share some of the golden tips that I have received from some of the speakers. And who is watching right now? Get me a home quick. Just join. Hi, how you doing? Who else is on here? Say hello. I want to know your victories and success. Remember, the more you think about your victories and success, the more you're going to attract your victories and success, right? Um, Especially when I'm going through some things, and sometimes I may feel like some things are not working out for me. And then I start to think about everything that I am thankful for, everything that I have in my life, even though sometimes a lot of things may not, be as it appears to be. Okay. Then I just start to think all the abundance, everything that I have received. And from that, I continue to just like, wow, you know what? I am happy. I am grateful. So, what are your victories and success? So, some of my victories have been over the weekend. Have such an amazing weekend. Actually, had a lot of great times. We went to the Gasparilla Film Festival. Then we went to the Power Women Expo, and that was great as well. And then I worked out. It's one of my victories. I always always in my head, I'm like, I need to get back in shape. I need to get back in shape. I need to get back in shape. And sometimes your own little mind can't help you do it, right? So then I download this app. It's called Better Me or something like that. It's like these wall Pilates things, and it's been so amazing. It's only like what, 12 minutes long, and you can get there a really quick workout. So, what are your victories and success? Who is on, and say hello? Don't be shy. I kind of did this last minute, so I need to get on my Facebook. So today we are going to talk about five tips to negotiate like a pro. All right, and then I'm going to share some of the tips that I received from some of the ladies at the event. Hi, Billy. Hi, guys. What are your victories and success? Come on, don't be shy. Share them. The more you talk about it, the more they'll come true, and the more victories that you will also receive. So don't be shy. Okay, I'm trying to log on because I know sometimes you guys are so shy. Gigi Live. Hey, Alicia. What are your victories and success? All right. Okay. So, you heard my victories and success. My victories is that I have been working out and I'm trying to uh, tone down and lose weight. So that's just for me. It's going to make me feel better. And then you look better, right? You feel better and you'll do better, right? Okay. So back to that, 5 tips to negotiate like a pro. And, working out, it's a mental thing as well. And then when you work out, it brings so much mental clarity, right? It just helps you become more confident. And for some reason, it just relieves a lot of stress and tension. So I used to work out, I always go through my 10 years, like up and down type of thing. And this is like my 10 years. Okay. All right, so let's get to it. 5 tips to negotiate like a pro. If you have your own tip, please share on a chat. What are your, some of the tips that you have and some of the negotiation tips that you have used and it's been successful for you? Don't be shy. Share on the chat. Alicia, Billy, got home quick. Come on, I know you guys know something. All right, so number 1, okay. Prepare thoroughly. Research, set goals, and anticipate challenges for confidence. Dress for success. And some of the panelists had talked about this the other day at the conference, speaking about, dressing for success. And one of the panelists mentioned, she said, you know what, when you dress up, you don't need to dress up and try to blend in. If you're used to wear a skirt, wear a skirt. If you wear a dress, wear a dress. And I agree with her to some degree, right? Because sometimes, depending on the occasion, you want to dress for the occasion, okay? But you also want to be presentable. Be on time, be presentable, right? Let people know that you do respect their time, okay? Alicia says, I'm actually quoting and still working. Okay, what are some of your negotiation tips? Because, you close a lot of deals. So share that, and I'll share it with everyone listening later. Okay. So yeah, like for me, I used to think, oh, I'm going to an event with other realtors. I have to dress a certain way, or I'm trying to meet a buyer or seller. And sometimes, what's funny when you live in Florida. Okay. Erica, hi. Hey, babe. Share some of your victories, honey. When you live in Florida, people are flip-flop, jeans and t-shirt, right? And ripped pants and shorts. So sometimes you may look overdressed. Now that does not mean in every state this is going to be the same. Okay, so you do want to dress for success. So you want to prepare and do your researches and set your goals. Okay. Hi Lola. Hi Erica. Come on, ladies. Let's jump in. Share some of your victories and some of your negotiation tips. And the next one is, oh, this is a good one. Listen actively. Okay. Understand their needs and build trust for collaboration. And don't listen just to answer, but you want to listen to understand, right? Some people always, and they just want to jump to like the next question, the next question. That doesn't really help, and it doesn't build any type of trust or bond, because people know that you're not actually listening to them. And another tip I can share with this is that when your client, because it depends on what profession you're in, it doesn't hurt to repeat what you thought you heard, and it doesn't hurt to also ask them, can you please let me know more? Tell me more about that. Okay. Hi, Sunny Fly. Hi. All right. So make sure you do that. Listen to make sure you understand. Okay. Next, focus on win-win. Seek mutual benefits, not just your own, and know what you can or cannot negotiate. And this was also shared by one of the panelists. You have to know what you can or cannot negotiate. Example, for me, when I am listing a property and the seller, they're very stuck on their price, right? And because of that, everything is not just price driven. Okay. So there's always terms. So know what you can and cannot negotiate. All right. And next, this is a really good one. Control emotions. Stay calm and professional for clarity. Don't take things personal. Get straight to the point. I actually add that in there because many times, ladies, I know we tend to get super emotional and take things super personal. All right. But I want to share this with you. And I heard this from many men that I had dealt with in my business. They said, wow, how come when they have a conversation with a guy, it takes them 2 minutes? Okay. But when they have a conversation about a deal or a transaction with a woman, it takes 20 to 30 minutes just to get straight to the point. And this young lady at the conference was asking how can she gain the respect from her male coworkers, right? If you go in there confidently, or maybe you have to maybe just blend and dress the way they're dressed. You show up that way, you have your facts and your information, right? And do not be afraid to speak up. Okay. Stay calm, don't get emotional, and listen to what they're saying. And get straight to the point. and it annoys me so much, sometimes when I'm on the phone, and it goes to men too, because there's also some men that calls and, off a listing that I have, like, hey, your property, blah, 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 it's been on the market for XYZ and blah, 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 blah. Like a duh, you don't need to shame the property. I already know this. Okay. Hello. Let's get straight to the point. What do you want? We're all here for a specific goal. So let's see how we can work together. So control your emotions, all right? Because when you show emotions, people do not want to deal with you and you just get tripped out. Hey, Sean. Hey, what are your victories and success? Because, I know you're killing there at the wholesaling game. I saw you. So share some of your negotiation tips while I'm running this, 5 tips, and then I'll share my own later. All right. Number 5, the person with the most information wins. Okay. Let people talk because people love to talk about themselves. Hello, what Dale Carnegie said, right? How to win friend and how to influence people and win friends. That particular book is one of my favorite books. And it just share about, let people talk because why? People love to talk about themselves. Yes. So when people talk, sometimes I'm like, hey, do you mind if I just take some notes? And a lot of times people actually respect that. And they love that you're actually paying attention and writing notes because it makes them feel important. So don't be shy. Like, hey, do you mind if I take some notes? Because when you take those, when your meeting ends and it's not recorded, it's over. Like, I love to take notes. I'm a note taker and I'm old school. And if I don't have a note, I'll probably go on my phone and just type some things down. Okay. All right. Sean said, okay, be honest, be helpful, and be solution driven. Yes, correct. Be solution driven, right? Find out what is the goal. What do they really want? And you're absolutely right. You got to be honest. You got to be honest. All right, guys. So, what is the next? Okay, I'm going to share some bonuses from the expo. All right. So, I just want to share this with you as well. Are you camera shy or lacking the confidence to share your message? You can email me for a strategy session to boost your confidence and amplify your voice. All right. You can email me directly confidence coach at gmail.com. Godfidence coach, GODFIDENCECOACH at gmail.com. Information is right there. All right. Contact me if you have a service or a business. And if you're not online, what are you doing? How are people contacting you? Right. I know you all have a message to share. So if you need help boosting that confidence, email me for a strategy session and let's help you get to the next level. All right. Okay. And I'm going to share bonuses from the speakers from the Power Women event. And really quickly, I just want to give a huge shout out to my friend Roberto at the Tampa Business Club. It was such a great event, and I'm so happy that, I attend. It was just so amazing. And all the women in the room, the panelists, they were just so amazing. And also the moderators, they gave some really good tips. And, it's just great to see like they're normal people just like you and me, right? The only difference is that, they they listen, they follow through. And that's the difference. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share some tips from these wonderful ladies. Hey, Johnny. All right. Okay. Talk to your negative self when you step into a room. Every time when we're going to a meeting, right? We tend to have this negative self-talk, don't we? Right? Oh my gosh, what if this is not going to happen? What if this? What if that? But what if you just stop thinking about the negative and what is not happening yet? Because many times the things that we are afraid of, the things that we make up in our head, it doesn't even happen anyway, right? So when you have that negative self-talk, whatever it is, you just want to silence that and just dismantle that and just let it go. So, hey, you know what? Thank you. Okay, I remember, right? And then you replace it with your experience. And that's going to help you bypass all the negative self talk and just replace them with positive self-talk. What are your affirmations, right? And I think I mentioned this before. Don't take things personally. Every no gets you closer to a yes, right? And no may mean no today, but it may not mean no tomorrow. And that is so true. How many times someone tell you no and you're like, oh, okay. But then it's really not no. Sometimes no is just a doubt, right? But you got to ask questions and you have to be a good listener because people don't just tell you right off the bat unless they're super, super motivated and desperate. So don't be afraid, ask questions and be bold, right? Or, ask them, hey, so you said no to this, you know, what do you need? Ask them, what do they need, right? And I really love this other, I call this a bonus word, not yet. Not yet. No today doesn't mean no tomorrow. So you continue to follow up. And remember the saying, the fortune is in the follow up, right? And that is so true. Many people don't follow up. Do you know how many times I had called, I used to do a lot of cold calls, right? And then later on, this seller was telling me, oh no, I'm not going to list this property, blah, 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 blah. And then you know what, later on you see it, like it's listed. So they didn't lie. You just have to follow up because people, if they're motivated, they will eventually, give in to the next person. So don't ever give up. Remember, the fortune is in the follow up. Okay. This is one of my favorite quotes too. And I got this from a fortune cookie. You don't get what you deserve, but you get what you negotiate. Oh my gosh, isn't that true? Right? If you want to sit there and let someone tell you what you deserve, then that's all you're going to get. So, what you need to do is figure out what you want and ask for it. Yeah, I know. Sometimes those tough conversations, right? Those are really tough conversations telling someone, okay, this is what I want. And sometimes we're probably afraid of rejection. But if you know your value and you know your worth, you should not be afraid of that. Sometimes you may be, looking for a promotion at a job or asking for a raise. Are you telling someone no? You're afraid to tell someone no. And many times, a lot of women were like that, right? Like people pleaser. And we tend to say yes to everything. And then you tend to just stress yourself out because you said yes and you really mean no. So, yeah, remember that I love that fortune cookie. I don't know who wrote it, but it was a fortune cookie that I received. You don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. So remember that. Know your worth, know your value. Okay. And another look, this is really cool little hook here that one of my friend helped me come up with. Got your niche, and now let's fix your glitch and let's make social media your pitch. Hello, what I was telling you guys earlier, right? Everyone is on social media every day. If you have a business and a service and you're not creating content, right? No one knows that you're around. No one knows that you're alive. No one knows what you serve and what purpose you have, right? So, how are people going to find you? And the best way to be online, right? Or do a presentation, be in front of the people. I know sometimes, it's just a little, a gap between that part. And if you need help boosting that confidence, I have many experience with that and I will love to help you. So if you need help with putting your message out there, if you're doing a presentation, I would love to help you. Give me actually email me directly. Okay. You can contact me, confidencecoach@gmail.com, and contact me for a free strategy sessions. We'll love to speak with you and see how I can help you. And okay, does anyone have anything to share before we end it? I got some guests here that I need to say hello to. And okay. Anyone else have anything else to say? Anything else to say before we end it here? You know what? I have a couple words from the event, and this was just so awesome. Again, many times I know that, a lot of us have probably attended a lot of events, right? And many times you go there and sometimes people repeat things and you're like, I heard that, I know that. Why don't you just silence that and just accept and receive and observe the information that you're receiving? Because sometimes when you just say, I know and I heard it before, you kind of stop some things flowing in you because they're maybe reminding you of something that you need to be reminded of, right? So successful people, they always listen. They always listen. And even though they heard the information, they try to apply it to something that they need to apply it to, right? Because we're not perfect. We may know a lot of things, right? But we may tend to just slip up. So when you're attending these events and you hear things over and over again, okay, great. Just receive it. All right, so that's what I want to share. And I am done for the day. I also have a challenge for you all. Okay, I have a challenge for you all. Remember that no negative self talk challenge? I want you guys to try that. All right. Every time when you're thinking about saying something negative about yourself, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I want you to change it. Change it to something positive. If it's something that you don't know how to do, say, you know what? I'm going to figure that out. Or I'm going to get someone else to do it for me instead of saying, oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. All right. So I want to challenge you that if you're dealing with something for work, personal, business, whatever, keep that in mind. Okay. Oh, sorry. Last one that I want to share about the negotiation. I want you guys to actually remember the most important part. Listen to understand, not to ask questions. And write your notes. The person with the most information wins, right? And I know you guys probably heard this before. The person who speaks first loses. It is true, and it's not always true. It probably means the person who put the price down first is the one who loses first. So they ask you, you can ask them back or have a range or something like that, because that's not always the case. And oh shoot, I was just putting it on my head. And there's always a power in a pause. When you're speaking to someone and asking for something, it's nothing wrong with just silencing. And I know a lot of times we all love to just talk and yeah. You may be talking and stuff like that, but you're not receiving anything. And the other person that you're speaking with, they are not also receiving you as the receiver, right? If they're talking and they're the client, they want you to hear what they're telling you. And it's nothing wrong with just listening. 'Cause sometimes we just want to talk and we hear something that triggers us. We want to shut them down right away. I've done that many times because I don't want them to say it, right? So if they do that and you get triggered, just sit back and just silence your voice and just say some positive affirmations in your head. Okay. And again, it is a power in a pause. And many people don't know how to do that. When they ask a question, they jump right away. And people know that you're nervous and you're not confident when you do that. So that is my last word for the day. And again, I was saying how I'm going to keep this and be consistent. So, yeah. Okay, last word. I know I probably share this verse over and over and over again. Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Okay, so you want to speak death or you want to speak life to yourself. Okay, and that's the fruit that you're going to eat. So remember, I told you that negative self talk, replace it with a good fruit. When you have a bad fruit, replace it with a good fruit. That's my challenge to you all. And Next time I hop on, I want to hear some more victories and success, and I'm going to get this thing right here so I can see who is watching over here, and I can drag you guys in. All right. Okay, guys. All right. Until the next. See you later. Bye. Bye.